Hey there, my name's Asenia. I'm with Ignite Medical Group, and I am here in Nashville, Tennessee, learning from the best in the business, the wellness and longevity space. And I'm interviewing Darren here, invited him up because we want to educate and bring out the importance of this industry to the audience, to you. Watching the video. So Darren, tell the audience who's tuning in today a little bit about yourself and what you do in this space, in this wellness industry.
Sure. Thanks, Asenia, for having me. I really appreciate it. So I'm Darren Frank. I am the CEO and co-founder of Infusive. Infusive is both a software platform that does back of house inventory protocol treatment, management and documentation, as well as risk management and compliance for IV therapy clinics. And then we, on the managed service side, sort of help with the supply chain. So we're sort of a one-stop shop for end-to-end products and supplies, everything from nutrients to bags, tubing, IVs, needles, all that sort of fun stuff for a clinic, just to take
that's amazing.
The burden of that off of them.
So one-stop shop for sure.
Absolutely.
Inventory and also CRM?
Not exactly
Not
CRM.
exactly a CRM?
Right.
Okay.
More on just the treatment side, the documentation side. And a couple of things there. Obviously, we want to make sure that it's a smooth process for everybody. A lot of the systems out there don't document everything you need, either from a patient safety or compliance standpoint. So we're having expirations and opening dates and lot numbers and all of that, and just an easy way to track all that through into a patient note. So we make sure we're doing everything effectively and safely, and then are doing it in a smooth workflow way. So.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. And that's why I invited Darren up here today, is because it is important in this space to have compliance and to be compliant and to have protocols, and your software provides that.
It does. And the way we think about it basically is, hey, there are speed limits, and everybody's going to have a various degree of risk tolerance around how much you want to speed. And I think operating in this space, it's a nascent industry. It's what made me want to get into it and help try to drive some change in the industry, as we feel like, okay, we as the practitioners now and we as the people out here doing this are shaping the future of this. And if we're going to have regulation around it, or as happens in any sort of blooming industry that is getting the kind of traction and growth this is happening, that we need to show that we're behaving as responsibly as we can, and that we're sort of good stewards of the industry. And I think that's really the mission of what we're doing, is to try and drive the industry forward in a safe way that's good for both patients and practitioners, because there's just a lot of either ignorance or misinformation, or people just don't know what they don't know.
Well, they don't know what they don't know. And that's why we're here in Nashville.
Sure.
In this mastermind group. Sure. With people like yourself, like myself, and many more, is to learn from each other, because you don't know it all.
Right.
I have a great a teacher of mine who teaches me energy work, and his motto is, not all wisdom comes from your school. And that's important, right? Not all wisdom comes from your school. It comes from many schools and many different people. And so thank you for being here with me today and with us, educating us and bringing this information. But one more thing before we part ways is, you mentioned a little bit, but why did you get into this space, into the wellness longevity space? What brought you here?
Yeah, I think my grandfather, actually. He was kind of an old school GP family doc, kind of one of these guys who seemed to know everything about everything, but really knew that he knew very little about everything, right, to your point. And just like a wonderful clinician in person, and helped a lot of people over the years. And I just remember, at his passing, literal generations of family members coming up and saying how grateful they were always for his care, and sort of his willingness to look at the big picture and embrace things that were potentially at his time a little unconventional, but later became, more established practice. And I think that's what we're seeing. And he always wanted me to go to medical school, and I went to law school instead. So,
well, I'm sure you made him very proud.
But I found my sort of roundabout way back to medicine,
to
contribute to a field that I always cared about and always had a lot of reverence for. And so it's exciting. It's exciting to be a part of something like this that's, not such an established, entrenched space where people, everything is really defined, and then we're out here being able to define it. But I think that makes it more critical that we, are responsible and do these things well. And then, also on the back end of that, there's just a lot of opportunity because the sort of supply chain side of it is a mess.
Yeah.
When I got into this, I thought there was some sort of Amazon for medical supply. And then I started working with my partner in his clinic, and I saw that this was a little bit of a disaster, right? It's hard, things go on back order, places shut down, there's not really apples to apples thing. So, okay, if that's not your particular area of expertise, how do you manage all that? How do you manage all your pricing and all of that? So it created this opportunity in a space that I knew something about to combine that with kind of the legal knowledge and then put that together and then help people. So I don't know, helping people that help people is an amazing place to be, right? Like if we indirectly affect,
Yeah.
I don't know, thousands of people a month who are using things that we supply to improve their health outcomes, that's an amazing feeling.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. And we appreciate you for being here today. Thank you so much for watching and for tuning in. My name again is Yesenia with Ignite Medical Group. If you want to learn more about myself or Ignite Medical Group in San Diego or Tucson, please check out the description below and reach out. And if you want to learn more about Darren and what he's doing in the industry, Darren, go ahead and tell them how they can reach you.
You can just go to goinfusive, goinfusive.com and reach out there, and we're happy to chat anytime and see how we can provide value.
Awesome. Thanks again for tuning in. From Nashville, Tennessee, Yesenia with Ignite Medical Group. We'll have more coming, so stay tuned.